What are y'all doing? Did you know when you start teaching yourself to enter the alpha brainwave frequency state, you can start communicating with animals? Or if you want to know how psychics do it, all of them have taught themselves, whether they're consciously or unconsciously aware that they can do it, but all of them have the uncanny ability to enter the alpha brainwave frequency state. And animals, as well as children below the age of 7, their brain waves oscillate around 7 to 8 hertz, which is the lowest end of the alpha brainwave frequency state. And when you also match that vibration or that frequency, you can communicate with animals. And that comes really helpful if you're a rancher or you have a pet or you're a zoo worker or whatever. You can just communicate with animals and you can find out why they are in distress or if they are happy and how you can make them even happier. It's a really cool thing to be able to communicate with your pet. They'll tell you what's wrong with them. They'll communicate with you if they're happy. I mean, yes, they've got body language, but oftentimes if you've got cattle or you've got exotic animals that you're taking care of at the zoo or a sanctuary or those kinds of things, sometimes you just need to know what they are thinking and how you can serve them better as their caretaker. Even babies and toddlers, again, under the age of 7, they are pure subconscious minds. They are subconscious sponges. If you listen to Bruce Lipton, he talks about children under the age of 7 are also subconscious sponges. So as parents, we need to be very aware of the subconscious impressions that we impress upon our children. That's why many of us are fucked up because our parents at the time have impressed upon us when we were under the age of 7, fear and anxiety and basic animal instincts and survival mode and the inability to reach emotional depth, which is why we might have relationship issues. All that might start at the child's level under the age of 7, because we were subconscious sponges and we pick up on our environment, the environmental impressions, our family impressions. And so we have to go heal our inner child is what our spiritual law of attraction friends might call it, but whatever you want to call it, doesn't matter. You kind of get the point. It's because of that. So when you start teaching yourself how to enter the alpha brainwave frequency state, the training is teaching yourself what that feels like. And so when you are going through life, you're not perceiving life through your conscious mind, your 5 physical senses. You know how to enter your right brain hemisphere and impress your subconscious mind with the correct story, with the correct mental images. So you're using your conscious mind, your left brain, your 5 physical senses to gain clarity. What you prefer, what you don't prefer, what you like, what you don't like out here. And if things are showing up predominantly in your life, coming into your awareness of things that you don't like, then you can go, I must have that in my consciousness, my state of being, my state of consciousness. Let me course correct that. So then you dip into your alpha brainwave frequency state, which is the entrance and gateway into the subconscious mind, and you can impress or override the undesirable thing that you keep seeing, the undesirable thing that keeps showing up, the shitty relationship, shitty financial experiences, cancer and illness and all those things that keep showing up, showing you physical evidence in your physical world, when you can course correct it over here in the right brain hemisphere by dipping into your alpha, impressing the subconscious mind with your preferred outcome, and then persist in that emotional picture, that emotional scene. And what I mean by emotions, it's not elation and excitement and blissfulness. What I mean by emotional pictures is the emotional state of completion. And usually that is relief or liberation. So the alpha brainwave frequency state comes in handy if you want to communicate with babies and toddlers and children of the age of 7 and really impress their mind in the most beautiful and empowering way. or if you need to communicate with animals. It's the alpha state, which the brainwave oscillates around 8 to 12 hertz. So the lower you go in the alpha brainwave frequency state is where animals and children, that's where their minds are. It's a really cool thing. Anyway, I hope you guys have a beautiful day. I hope that helps. And stay tuned for some more great videos. I'm going to start including personal stories of mine, how I eliminated $250,000 in back taxes, how I eliminated $500,000 in student loan debt. All of these things happened legally without a bankruptcy. How I manifested this 220-acre ranch. How I have finally reached a place of peace, poise, and equanimity in my own life. How I eliminated narcissists, really brutal narcissists in my life. I'll talk about some really big things that I've accomplished and little things as well, because it's all about living a beautiful, peaceful, harmonious life. It's not about acquiring stuff. It's living a peaceful, really blissful life. That's what it's about. So I live a badass life. I live a dope life, and you will too. Unfoldment will come, I promise.